Toni Morrison was born in Lorain, Ohio on February 18, 1931. At birth she was given the name Chloe Delia Wofford. When she was only 2 years old, her family's home was set on fire by the landlord after the family couldn't pay the rent. Rather than feeling despair, the family laughed at the landlord, which Morrison felt formed her view of how to be true to yourself, even in the face of what she called monumental crudeness and a bizarre form of evil. Morrison left for college in 1949. She attended Howard, a historically black university in Washington, D.C. This allowed her to learn while surrounded by exclusively black intellectuals, while at the same time being the first time she was exposed to racial segregation, since Jim Crow laws were present in the nation's capital, but not in her hometown of Lorain. After graduation, Morrison taught English at Texas Southern University and then at Howard. It was at Howard that she met her future husband, Harold Morrison. They were married in 1958, but divorced 6 years later in 1964. They had 2 sons together. It was at this time that she took on the name Toni Morrison. After their divorce, Morrison began working as an editor for the publisher L.W. Singer. She later transferred to their parent company, Random House, and became the first black senior editor for Random House in their fiction department. She published her first book, The Bluest Eye, in 1970. It tells the story of a young black girl who struggles with the standard of beauty put upon her by the dominant white culture. She went on to publish Sula, Song of Solomon, and Tar Baby over the course of the next 10 years. Critics would accuse her of over-focusing on race, which Morrison pushed back against.
Now, if anybody can go up to an imaginary James Joyce and say, "You write about race all the time. It's central in your novels. When are you going to write about what?" Because you see, the person who asks that question doesn't understand that he or she is also raced. So to ask me when am I going to stop, or when, if I can, is to ask a question that, in a sense, is its own answer. Yes, I can write about white people. White people can write about black people. Anything can happen in art. There are no boundaries there. Having to do it or having to prove that I can do it is what was embarrassing or insulting. In this book, I did.
Toni Morrison is best known for the novel Beloved, published in 1987. It spent 25 weeks on the bestseller list. It tells the story of a woman who is haunted by the ghost of her daughter, who she killed to prevent her from being captured by slave hunters. She wrote 2 more novels in what is called the Beloved trilogy, Jazz, published in 1992, and Paradise, which was published in 1997. She also wrote many books of literary criticism. In 1998, Oprah Winfrey produced a film version of Beloved.
Is that you?
What's left?
How long has it been?
18 years. I'm a grown man. Nothing new left to see or do.
What might your name be?
Beloved.
What you looking for when you come here, beloved?
I look for this place I've been.
I think the baby got plans.
A baby. She a charmed child from the beginning. Here in this place, we are flesh. Flesh that weeps, laughs, dances barefoot in the grass.
Me and my woman's planning on starting a new life. Nobody's gonna own us no more. Nobody's gonna own my children either.
No matter what happened, God has led you home.
Winfrey also chose 4 of Morrison's novels for her Book of the Month Club. Morrison also co-wrote picture books, including a book called Please Louise, with her son, Slade Morrison. Toni Morrison died on August 5, 2019 at the age of 88.